Hello everyone, how's it going? My name is Jimmy. Thank you for joining me today for yet another fragrance review. As I've mentioned in my previous video that I've made today, I talked about 5 fruity fragrances that I really like that I've been holding to myself. And I've already apologized for doing that, but I'll do so again. The point of FragCom is to share what you enjoy, not hoard what you enjoy. And anyway, we're not going to be wearing the same thing anyway, but sure does inspire healthy debate and discussion in the comments below. So feel free to let me know what you agree with or what you disagree with. I'd love to read your thoughts. Okay, my point of this video is to share with you some signature scents, not necessarily fruity scents. But why can't a fruity scent be a signature scent? Of course, they're not mutually exclusive, okay? But these signature scents, I feel like you can wear every day. They're real workhorses, and they range from kind of calm, seemingly skin scents to loud scents that if you overspray could definitely make a statement. Needless to say, I don't do that. I'm a conservative sprayer. Now before I start this video, as I started in the last one, I want to share a little small tidbit about myself in an effort to spice up this video because I edit my own videos and I want to fall asleep. I'm so boring. So here is my tidbit. Just off the dome here. When I was younger in junior high, I had a few fragrances, but I was not a frag head by any stretch of the imagination. But one I do remember wearing quite a bit because it was so inoffensive and not as strong as my Cool Water, for example. Gosh, was this high school actually? It was around there, junior high, high school, right? I was wearing Bath & Body Works body spray, not Axe, sprays. It was a nozzle, plastic everything, plastic bottle, plastic nozzle, Mountain Crisp Air or something like that. A nice blue liquid in there. And I really liked the fact that it was a body spray. It had a little bit of an alcohol-y scent to it, but not that much. And it kind of gave me a sense of like confidence that I smelled like something. Not necessarily good, but I just didn't want to smell too much, like Cool Water, for example, because I think someone smelled me and went like, "What are you wearing?" And I said, "Cool Water," and I was kind of embarrassed by it. So maybe that's why I'm very conservative with my sprays these days. I'm very concerned about annoying other people's noses. So yeah, Bath & Body Works Crisp Mountain Air. I'm not sure. I could probably find it on the internet if I looked. But that was my first scent that I liked. Let's go over some signature scents. One of my favorite categories because I like the fact that you can be casual, wear them every day. They've become a part of who you are. Just like you wear underwear every day, you wear these every day, you're good to go. Poseidon's Cologne. The Essential. Hey, we have a the fragrance here. The last video I did was the Yuzu scent. Now we have the Essential. It's essential to have a the fragrance. Herbs and sea salt. This is a Joe Malone expression. We'll go over that. We have one of my first blends in these videos. Fierce Supernova. These are all duo fragrances, by the way. And we have Reminiscent. Okay, let's go over them. Poseidon's Cologne. And for each of these, I'm just going to give you my thoughts about them. I'm not going to break them down completely, but my fun anecdotes might give you some entertainment as you're sitting on the toilet watching this. Okay, Poseidon's Cologne. I appreciate Aventus, okay? But I don't wear it. It's too strong. It's not too strong. Not that it lasts forever. It's too expensive. Too many batch variations. It's so confusing. It's got so much hype behind it. And yet, I don't really smell people wearing this fragrance. Maybe because for all those reasons. The only people who seem to like them are FragCom people. And nothing wrong with that. When it comes to Aventus, I've tried it. I like it. I appreciate it. But I don't buy it for those reasons. And it's just too smoky and dark and just trying to be too masculine. It does not work for me. I wish it did. And I can't fool myself into buying it and enjoying it when I know in my heart it's just not who I am. Poseidon's cologne is a step in that direction where I could like it. It doesn't water it down because Creed's fragrances are pretty transparent as it is. I refuse to say watered down. They're not watered down. They're just very fresh style colognes. Whatever concentration, EDT, EDP concentration, I'm not sure. But Dua Fragrances had made a Poseidon's cologne, which is their Adventus cologne inspiration. And when this came out, it was such a big deal. I'm sorry, I should say when Adventus cologne came out, it was such a big deal. It's such a money grab. Is it really necessary to come out with Adventus cologne? Adventus is already not too powerful as it is, people argued. But when it came out, people liked it. After all, it wasn't exactly the same as Adventus. And I saw a need for that. I thought it was cool. I don't think it's a money grab. Some people like me may not like Aventus, but there's a chance I would like Aventus cologne. And Poseidon's cologne is an interpretation of that. It's not the same. And even I know that. After smelling just once Aventus cologne, and I sprayed this one on, this is a more mass appealing version of Aventus cologne. And I know that also because I tried Parfum's vintage Aventus cologne inspiration. And that one has a little bit of greenness to it, which I prefer not to have. But that's not really fair to say because I didn't wear it all that much. But I feel like if I love it at first sniff, then there's something to that, right? And that was the case with Poseidon's cologne. This one smelled great off the bat. Kind of designery, and I liked that. I like that I have Aventus without too much of that birch tar stuff going on. It was more clean and transparent than the original Aventus, any of their batches, because it's a more fresher version of an already fresh Aventus. And it's stronger than Aventus cologne. And it takes out some of that weird greenness for me. This is truly a signature scent that anyone can appreciate. It does have a hint of masculinity in there, and I'm saying that. So if you're not in tune to any of that stuff, and you're used to wearing regular Aventus, you may not want to go for this. But if you like Aventus, and you like the idea of Aventus, and you want to try something like not just pineapple-y, but pineapple tar and the whole Aventus DNA, but a bit more fresher, without going for that expensive price tag that doesn't even last that long anyway, go for Dua's Poseidon cologne. Okay, I went too far into that one. Essential. This is one of my favorites, which I didn't even realize it was. I meant maxing out the microphone if I do that. It is my favorite. The microphones are right there. If I'm maxing out the volume, I apologize. Oh no, this is sold out on Dua's website. $33. It probably went on sale. Ah, man, that stinks. This is a floral classification. Let's go over some of the notes here. Lemon, gardenia, and orange. A very simple note breakdown. But man, I love this one. I never tried Abercrombie & Fitch's The Classic, just called Classic, before. That's what this is inspired by. But the Essential is truly a signature scent. This is, I don't mean to hype this up, but it's one of my absolute favorites. When I smelled this for the very first time, Dua's version, I was like, man, I want to smell like this all the time. You might say, doesn't it smell dated because it's discontinued A&F fragrance? No, it's not dated. It smells, yes, it smells classic. It smells like a youthful man. It does not smell old. It does not smell like Acqua di Gio, like old dusty florals. Not like that at all. This smells athletic. It smells sporty yet casual. And I really love the citrus, but it's not like just bergamot and woods. It's not that easy. It's light, but this lasts a long time. I spray this in the morning once. I smell it throughout the day as I go for a drive, as I walk outside, as I sit back down on the couch. It just wafts around me, and I just love the comforting feeling that it gives me. This is a unisex fragrance, but I thought this smells a little tiny bit masculine. tiny bit. I just think it suits a man better. I think a female, stereotypical female version of this would do them well. But again, wear what you want. But this is strong without being mixed like with too much alcohol. It's just a nice, pleasant signature scent that I really hesitate selling. Man, I love this scent so much. Very well done. And if it wasn't for that, I would never have gotten to try Abercrombie & Fitch's classic fragrance because it's long discontinued and reformulated probably. This is probably based off the OG formulation and it smells awesome. Highly recommend. These are all just like my fruit fragrance lineup that I gave you the other day. These signature scents I'm showing you today are leaning somewhat towards great for men, but definitely unisex. Except for maybe one of them, and 10 out of 10. Herbs and sea salt. Okay, herbs and sea salt. Now this fragrance is an interpretation, a clone, if you want to call it that, of Sage and Sea Salt by Jo Malone. Now, I like Jo Malone fragrances. I like how accessible they are. I like how you can smell them and get them right off the shelf from Nordstrom's and other places. And when I first smelled Sage and Sea Salt, I thought, man, it smells simple, but so original. I love the way that comes off. It's herby, it's green. I don't know about salty, if there's a scent for that, but it's that extra special something they put in there when they say it's salt. And I'm like, man, nothing else quite smells like this for me. It's fresh, it's signature scent worthy, and herby. And I don't like herby scents, but this one is just good. It's mass appealing, but nichey at the same time. I just made that word up. Don't look that up. It's not a word. If you know, you know. Okay. Inspiration: Wood, Sage, and Sea Salt by Jo Malone. This is considered an aromatic fragrance. We have ambrette seeds, sea salt, and sage. What does salt smell like? Maybe it's marine, like it's got that sea salty off the coast when you go to the beach. Maybe that's what they're talking about. Yeah, definitely unisex. Not for men or women in particular. It's just a nice scent. A true unisex scent is something you can spray not on people, but like on your furniture or in your room. And people just walk in and go, man, that smells nice. That's a true unisex scent, and this is that. Like if you made a candle out of this, which there probably is, people would enjoy it for sure. This goes for $55. You can get it online on their website for cheaper. I am not sponsored by anyone, just letting you know that there are sales. So if you can hold off on paying full retail, get it from their website. Okay, let's go on to one of my favorite scents, Reminiscent. Reminiscent is inspired by Homme Cologne by Christian Dior. So we call it Dior Homme Cologne. Now, I hate repeating what other people have said about Dior Homme Cologne, that it smells like lemonade. I don't think so. Yes, there are some lemony, citrusy scents in there, paired with nice clean musk, which I love. It becomes a true staple part of your wardrobe collection. It becomes your skin scent. It just becomes who you are. It becomes your signature. And when people smell it, they think of you. So I love Dior Homme Cologne, along with many other scents. And I do like that scent, but Reminiscent is an inspiration of that. So obviously an extract from concentration of something that does not last that long. This is going to last a lot longer. If you're a big fan of Dior Homme Cologne, the original formulation, try out Reminiscent. Reminiscent is not bright lemon citrus. Supposedly there's leather in this. Is that true? Oh, how about that? Mandarin orange, bergamot, neroli, lavender, cardamom, really, sage, iris, vetiver, cacao, leather, amber, patchouli. I hate patchouli. Oh man. Okay. Well, this must be a very old reformulation. I'm sorry, the original formulation they're basing this off of. And yet, when I spray this, I don't get heavy, dark, masculine. It's just a signature scent that blends in with very clean skin and doesn't push out. It just becomes who you are. If you were to get close to someone and work together, they would get the scent. Not that you're attractive, but you're clean. And clean's attractive, I think. You would not put anyone off if you wore this to a job interview. In fact, it would give people an air of professionalism. I highly recommend scents like this. And some of you are saying it's not loud enough. Well, to that I say at least it lasts a long time in this state, the dual bottles here. It's powerful, it's strong, and it lasts a long time, but it doesn't push out and pierce people's noses. If you notice, that's a common thread between all of my scents here, especially with these signature scents. They're not going to be too piercing and too bothersome. This next one might be, though. Let's go over the last one here. Fierce Supernova. Fierce Supernova is a scent that is a blend. It's a hybrid of Abercrombie & Fitch Fierce and Supernova, which is, I believe, Elysium. Let me see here. Wow, they changed the bottle design for Supernova. So Supernova is inspired by Elysium, by Roja Parfums, of course. So this is a hybrid of a very bright, citrusy, mass appealing, I guess, powerful blue scent that is in a niche fragrance style, Roja Parfums Elysium, with very common, well-known Abercrombie & Fitch scent that is fierce. How do they go together? Well, it's like taking two youthful fragrances. A fierce, I think, is youthful, but also a little masculine. So Elysium has some masculine parts of it too, but when you mix them together, you get a powerhouse that actually work pretty well together. It's peppery, it's somewhat masculine, but sweet too. I like this one a lot. We have a woody aromatic classification. We have a bunch of notes because we're pretty much taking two and hybriding them together. Petitgrain, cardamom, lemon, grapefruit, lime, orange, bergamot. Man, tons of citrus on the top. Lily of the valley, thyme, rose. Oh, I don't like rose. I don't know who has the rose. Jasmine, apple, blackcurrant, pink pepper, cypriol, vetiver, cedarwood, fir, aquatic notes, rosemary, all over the place. Now, some of you may be saying, why would I get this when I can get Roja Parfums Elysium and Fierce and just layer them? Well, you can do that. And would people out there know that you did that? No, of course not. No one would even know the difference. No one couldn't tell the difference between any of these fragrances. But that's not why we're in the hobby. We're in this hobby because we enjoy it. So if you get a hybrid like this, just know that it's been created by a very expert nose who knows how to bring up and down the levels of certain fragrant notes so that one doesn't compete or take over or get overshadowed by other fragrances. There's a balance when it comes to hybriding or layering fragrances that you just can't control by taking two and arbitrarily spraying 1 and 2. That's the great ratio. That works, but this is better. And you can ensure that it just smells balanced off the bat. The artistic vision is here, and I appreciate his hybrids, tribrids that he has available on his site. So Fierce Supernova, definitely a signature scent that is a bit louder, bit more masculine compared to these other ones, and I highly recommend that one as well. But I would say, like if you're going running outside, Fierce Supernova would work well, get you noticed. But these other ones are very more work safe, I think. Just every day, watching TV at home. And if you happen to go to work after that, these will suit you well. It's every day, it's everywhere, it's anything you wear, whatever hairstyle you have. As long as you're clean, these are signature scents for each and every one of you out there that I can recommend. So let's go over these really quickly. I'll do a little recap at the very end. Poseidon's Cologne. If you like Aventus, but something a little lighter, but you want to To last a long time, get Dua's version. They took out that green funky note, and it's more mass appealing and clean in my opinion. The Essential. This is my 11 out of 10 inspiration in Dua's catalog when it comes to these. It's also because I've never tried it before, and when I tried this one, it's kind of nostalgic, but it's not going to be thought of as old fogey or dated at all. It's just, you can't argue with these notes in here. Everyone's gonna love this one. Goes so well with just any personality, especially if you want to feel bright and clean. Okay, Herbs and Sea Salt. This is a Joe Malone fragrance that lasts long. Joe Malone's does not. Need I say more? Herby, smells great, totally mass appealing and soapy in the same way. Okay, Reminiscent. I love Dior Homme Cologne. This is a vintage formulation. If you want a part of history that still lasts a long time, check out Reminiscent by Dua Fragrances. It's not lemonade-y, and it's just a great skin scent that's right in the middle. It's not this way, it's not too masculine, it's not masculine at all. It's just a nice scent that you can spray anywhere in the house. It's that good. Fierce Supernova, a fantastic, loud fragrance in my opinion. There are louder fragrances, but this one, anyone would like on a guy. It smells kind of youthful, sporty, without being amateurish or adolescent, I guess you could say. If you want to smell somewhat masculine and sporty, this is a great skin scent that actually projects. Signature scent, I'm sorry. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope this helps you, kind of guide you down the rabbit hole that is Dua Fragrances. My next one I have coming up, I'm going over two of my favorite gourmand fragrances. See you next time. Bye-bye.